Yes. So everyone is here. Okay, so listen. Okay, so let's begin. So now we'll check the time sequence. Stop talking. Stop talking. Okay, so we'll check who are the so let's stop. Okay, so Amra, here salam them. Salam them. Shona. Action. So Hamida, Rojo, Jasmina, Sabinos, Puka. So Rahosat, Puka. So Firuza, Zarina, Lola, Shonabit, so Aziza, so Zafida, Sivit, Fatima, Shona, Sora, Firuza, Aizafon, Sumaya, Zara. Okay, so yes, today we will talk about healthcare. So before this, we will have some warm-up activities. For this, you should give your information about your topic. Last class, in the last previous class, I gave you some thoughts, and you're welcome. So ready?
Yes.
Begin. So who wants? Begin. Somebody begin.
No.
So begin. Okay. Begin. Welcome. So your topic is what? Topic was. So Asas, your topic is what?
My topic is about animals and insects.
So
I will give several information about them. Animals and insects, they are living beings that they share our planet. And also they play a big role in keeping nature balance. Animals are our friends, helpers, and protectors of the environment. And they give us food, clothing, and
closing and what?
developmental and also emotional support. They give us emotional support. And, for example, dogs and cats make wonderful pets in our life. And also, bring happiness to several people who are illness. And farm animals like goats, and chickens help provide milk, meat, and eggs.
So what else?
Provide eggs. And goats provide meat. No. Insects, also small, are just as important. For example, bees help plants grow and by pollinating flowers. Also, without them, we wouldn't have fruits or vegetables. Second, is butterfly. They make our gardens beautiful and show that the environment is really healthy. Um, Many animals and insects are disappearing because of climate change and deforestation and also pollution. It's our duty to protect them. Uh, we can plant trees or we can avoid using harmful chemicals and respect every living creature. And no matter how they are small or big. In my conclusion, animals and insects are not just part of our nature, they are the heart of nature. If we take care of them, we 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 also take care of our life and for our future and fun.
And yeah. So who are Isaac? So Jasmine.
My topic is fashion and buying clothes. Today I want to talk about fashion and buying clothes. And buying clothes, something that plays an important role in our lives. Fashion is not only about what we wear; it's all, but it's about how we express our moods moods uh, and personality. It changes all the time. Uh, what I mean by this is that uh, today is it changes all the time. What is trendy today may be old-fashioned next year. Next year, did you know that the fashion industry is one of the largest industries in the world? Mm, worth more than 2.5 trillion dollars. That's amazing. When we buy clothes, uh, we usually think about style, comfort, and price. Some people usually usually love shopping in the stores, while others prefer online shopping, which has become very popular recently. Online stores offers more choices and easy returns, but sometimes the clothes don't look the same as in the pictures. That can be disappointing. Fashion also tells a lot about culture. For example, in Japan, people wear traditional kimonos for special occasions, while in Western countries, suits and dresses are more common. Nowadays, many young people try to wear second-hand clothes and uh, and uh, eco-friendly brands to protect the environment.
Okay, thank you. That's it. So who else? Fatima?
Today, I want to talk about the differences between city life and country life.
So,
Firstly, city life. City life is fast and full of opportunities, and there are many schools, shops, and places for entertainment, and easily can people can find easily jobs, and the technology makes life more comfortable. However, the city is crowded, noisy, and stressful. On the other hand, the countryside life is peaceful and quiet. and the air is clear, and people who live near the nature. Also, they know each other well and often help one another. The but the countryside life can be harder because there are fewer job opportunity and services. And in my opinion, uh, both city and country life have disadvantages and advantages. And the best choice is that we should choose we, we choose country or city life which we want, busy and modern or natural and calm.
Nature and calm, huh? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I would like to talk about technology. Technology means tools and innovations that make human life easier. Now that technology has become an important part of our daily life. We use technologies for our studies, work, shopping, and home. For example, smartphones help us uh, communicate with the world and internet. Internet give us knowledge, new news, and digital systems and others changing our future and rapidly.
Thank you very much. So I have some questions, and if you know about if you are ready with your answers, you're welcome. So first question can be, so how do you stay healthy? So how do you keep healthy yourself? So who can answer? So how do you get healthy yourself?
Now I will say you have steps you can adapt in 30 days to transform your life. Let's get started. First, a simple but powerful habit: drinking more water. Water is essential for our health as it regulates body temperature and digestion, keep your skin healthy. For most people, 2 to 3 liters of water per day is ideal. Try adding a glass of water when you wake up and another before each meal. Second habit, 30 minutes of exercise every day. It can quick walk, a bit of yoga, or even dancing. The key is moving your body. Daily exercise improves circulation, boosts energy, and strengthens the immune system. And start slow and gradually increase your activity as you feel comfortable. So third, improve your sleep quality. Sleep is crucial for both mental and physical health to ensure quality rest, sitting. Hello, my name is Liz, and to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. Everyone speaks like your phone and computer before bedtime as blue light can disrupt melatonin production. First habit, adopt a balanced diet. Will not talk about the restrictive diets, but about the healthier food choices. Include more fruits, vegetables, meals, and cut back on processed foods and sugar. That's all.
But here's the searching. It's right at the bottom, is the opposite. Searching. You want to search in YouTube?
Ah, yes. Okay, so then we have some exercise and information about the health. We should divide the Okay, so open the unit 20. So health, health. Okay, so open your books and we will learn about the health. So if you have something wrong with you, you can see easily what's the matter, or you can see what's the problem or what happened with you. So Sumaya has a sneezing situation, and we will say what's wrong with you, or Murad is just feeling boiling, and we can say how is your how do you feel yourself, or what's wrong with you. Okay? So we have the words. Firstly, we will read them and describe the sentences. So Clara, so first one, look at the column and begin. I've got.
I have got a sore throat and a temperature.
So sore throat means what? Which problem with your throat, and what about temperature?
Temperature.
So we have the high temperature. So next one.
I have cut my arm
And it's bleeding. So we have we cut our arm and it's bleeding. Bleeding means we have the moving blood. Blood. Sorry. So next one. Next one.
I have got a terrible cough.
Cough means so. Next one.
I have got a headache.
Headache means we have ache in our head. Head. Ache in the head. Next one. So I feel sick. It means we have some problems in our stomach. Yes. After eating something and it makes us feeling bad and feeling bad. Yes. It means we have some sickness. So and what you should do? We have the suggestion about this in these kind of situations. For example, if I have got a sore throat, you can say you should see a doctor like this.
Yes.
Okay? So next one. If I have if I cut my finger and it's bleeding, you can say what?
Put the bandage around it.
What about cough? We can say what?
Medicine.
It's Chinese, bro.
So go to the chemist and get some cough medicine.
Yes.
He'll pay on the body.
Headache. If we have headache, you can say
Take some tablets for some pain. Also pills.
also pills. What about feel sick?
Go to the bathroom.
So describing pain, we have the situation describing words. So Fatima, begin.
We can use different words to describe pain, and we describe pain that is not always strong but often continuous. Continuous it is used with routine parts of the body. But to be forgotten, not to be
So we have two expressions. First, to express pain. First one is pain. So in order to use the word pain, you can have not a strong pain, but the continuous. Yes, we have the pain continuum. Yes. Next one is we have the highlighted word. Indeed, stomachache, suffer from means we often have a pain or somewhere, for example, some of our body, parts of our body. Then decay. So next one is it's clear heart. So what about heart? So the same as pain, but it is more stronger one. Okay? So painful also is the best pain in our parts of body. So serious illness. Serious means bad. Yes. Next one is we have a person who has some sickness, and we can call him or her patient. Yes, you can say patient. So next word is what?
Operation.
Operation. Yes, operation.
When special doctors call it
Surgeon. Cut into the body for medical reasons. Also, surgery.
So lung cancer. So it can be caused by smoking. Heart attack can happen suddenly. So hepatic disease affecting the liver.
Liver.
Yes.
What does mean liver?
Liver, the parts of the body which gives you to have the what? Not oxygen, but to make our some heavy meals to digest. Yeah. So we have some exercise. Look at the exercise one, and we will try to do it. Yes. So we have the exercise one. We should use the words same or different. If the words are the same, we should use the word same. If they are different, write the word different. Ache and pain means the same. That's why it is given the word same. Cold and stomach, they are not the same. They are
Different.
they have different meanings. That's why it is given the word different. So find out the others. So find out the words same or different. Write down. So either they are same or different. Okay, so let's check. So first one, cough and flu. Number four, flu and cough.
Different.
So liver and disease.
Same.
Liver disease, yes. Eye. That sound eye, yes. Stomach operation. Chemist aid. Same. Patient bandage. So complete the sentence with a or nothing. So for example, have this without article, but a cough is
With
the
a.
article, yes. So what about sore throat? A sore throat. What about headache? Headache. So temperature. What about big ache? Nothing. Flu. Heart attack. Cancer. Pain in my foot. Pain. Yes. So complete the dialogue. We have two person A and B. You should find out which word is missing. For example, does your finger hurt? Yes, it's very painful. So, and who wants? Maya? So, what's wrong with Demetrius? Yes, he feels sick. So, did you hit your foot?
Yes, and
And it really hurts. So next one. My hand's bleeding quite badly. Uh-huh. So Clara, your fingers bleeding. I know. I cut it using this knife. So does Anya still suffer from bad dicks? So yes, she gets them all the time. What's the method? My back aches from sitting at that computer. I understand Lena has had quite serious illness. Yeah, she was in a hospital for over a week. Clear? So we have questions. So you have 1 minute and be ready with your answers. We have 5 questions. So 1 minute and be ready with your speech. So prepare your speech using the questions from 1 to 5. So for example, 1. So what do you usually do if you get a headache?
I will take
People have heard
Okay, so be ready then for So be ready and we'll check.
I have a question. What does mean surgery? Is operation?
Yes. Surgery is the doctor cuts someone's body and has something
Change.
treat. He or she gives the treatment by cutting the body. Which cut? Okay, so questions. So, how do you usually do if you get a headache? Who can answer? Certainly.
I think always consider aspirin.
To have
Aspirin.
relaxation. So, next one, Clara. How often do you get a cough or sore throat?
I hardly ever get the cough or sore
Sore throat.
throat.
So, how have you ever been? Have you ever been a patient in a hospital?
No, I haven't been a patient.
Okay, so have you ever had surgery?
No.
I had to go into hospital for a minor operation, but I didn't have to stay overnight.
So, you can answer question 5. Are there some medicines you always have in your home?
Yes, because
Why?
tablets at home. But they are just for pain.
Again, general problems which can happen during our life, yes? So they can help us to be healthy.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a video about the healthcare system around the world. And then we will continue our, so we will watch this video and we will.
I want to start with a simple question. Which country in the world has the best healthcare system? Yeah, so I hate that question. Here's where you should ask me why.
I knew you were going to start with that question.
I think it's a question that a lot of people ask, which country has the best healthcare system? And I don't think there's a correct answer to it.
It depends on what it is that we value.
I'll give you an answer, but then I'll tell you why the answer might not be applicable. If you look at the World Health Rankings, the country that came out on top is France. I think in general, studying from France and working northern, you tend to get the best healthcare systems. But the reason why it's not entirely applicable is that what works in one country may not work in another country.
So a number of years ago, just a few years ago, I wrote a piece in the New York Times with my colleague Aaron Carroll. We actually did a tournament of health systems. It was like a bracket tournament, the way March Madness is a bracket tournament, or like a tennis tournament. And we had me and Aaron, we were Reinhardt, Ashish Shah, physician, now Dean Brown, and Craig Garthwaite, an economist at Northwestern. And we each voted in each of the brackets, like in each of the pairings, for which system we liked better. And then like we also got a winner. But one of the important takeaways from that whole process is that in no pairing did any country win 5-0 or 5-0, right? We were not unanimous in any decision. There was always at least someone who disagreed, and in many cases it was 3-2. And we each had different reasons. You know, someone was very big on like the cost, equity, access, or the quality. And so to me, like, look, this is 5 people who know healthcare pretty well and know these systems pretty well, and we couldn't even agree. So there's just no clear winner, actually.
But the one thing that stands out is that among all major developed nations, it's pretty clear that the United States comes in dead last.
On the other hand, I think everyone, especially experts, should be skeptical that they know the answer. Because what works in one country or one setting doesn't necessarily work in another.
So, you know, there are aspects of the Australian system I like. There are aspects of the English system I like. But I don't think that there's a system we could just bring over here and install, like a new fridge.
So maybe the better question is, what would the best system for the US look like?
And what would that look like?
So a good healthcare system, or a good, let's just call it a healthcare system. A good healthcare system has, I think, to me, several attributes. One is,
How does it affect our health as a country?
how long is it that people are living
what is the infant mortality rate? What is the rate of certain types of diseases, and how well are they doing in prevention?
And the second question I want to know the answer to is, were the benefits of the treatment greater than the cost of the treatment?
A bad healthcare system could have overspending on care that's a really questionable health benefit, at the same time it has underspending on healthcare that's of vital importance to people. So when people say, do we spend too much on healthcare? We spend way too much on some things and way too little on others. So a good system would fix both problems.
And the third dimension for healthcare system is, how well does it reflect our values as a society?
And by values, I mean, what are the rich willing to do for the poor? What are the healthy willing to do for the sick? The answer to that doesn't come from economics. It's an answer that we all have within us. But that answer profoundly affects how you answer questions about what's good and bad about healthcare.
And I would hope that going forward, as we think about the learnings from other countries, we can take a hard look at what it is that we have and whether they align with our core principles that we otherwise hold so dear.
So my goal is to have a health system that does the most it can to improve our health, that protects people from financial ruin, and that conforms to our values as a society.
So yeah, that would be the right thing to do in principle. The next question should be like, can we get there from here? And I just don't see it.
What we've seen over time is that the cost of healthcare have gone up, but outcomes have also improved. So if we take some measure, and the measure that I like to use is life expectancy at age 40, and then I look on the other axis at the cost of healthcare per person. And what you find is, if you look back to 1976,
all of these countries, the US, Germany, Canada, look similar in terms of what share of GDP goes to healthcare.
and they are all living, people are living about 35 years after age 40. Okay.
Fast forward 20 years, the US is spending a lot more of its GDP on healthcare, and its life expectancy increases have not kept up with the life expectancy increases in other countries.
So the US becomes increasingly an outlier, both in terms of outcomes, that is life expectancy, and in terms of spending.
Now, you can put the two on the same graph, but that doesn't mean that they're related in any way. I think we're simplifying the other healthcare system to the point of getting it totally wrong. But a lot of it depends on who you're talking to, right? I think there's a view that some Americans have that in other systems care is terrible. You know, there's very long waiting lines and waiting lists, that the latest medical technologies are routinely not available. I think for a lot of other Americans, there's this view that other countries have just figured it out. And what we should be doing in the United States is copying what they've already figured out. I think both those views are not right at all.
So I think people mix up this term called socialized medicine with what I would call universal health care.
What is the insurance part? That is, who writes the insurance? And you can have socialized insurance, where the government is running insurance, or private insurance, or private companies, or both. And then second, there's the providers in medical care, who could be either government-run employees or private employees.
There are some methods that one could classify as being socialized medicine, meaning that the government is a single payer, the government operates all of the healthcare, and people belong to a single government system.
So Britain has socialized medicine because the hospitals are government institutions and the physicians and nurses are government employees.
And France has a different kind of a system, also not government owned. And Switzerland, Netherlands, Germany, these are places that have universal health insurance, but they have active and important private health insurance companies that administer it. So very different structures of these systems. The thing that they share in common is that they're universal.
So I think, coming full circle, my great worry with healthcare reform in America is that it has collapsed to the level of kind of fighting and arguing about these slogans. And the slogans have nothing real behind them.
These slogans have become so politically charged and tied to a particular candidate or a particular viewpoint that has become completely partisan and will shut down constructive debate.
And if you go back to what I was talking about, how do you evaluate the healthcare system? You don't evaluate it by the share of government in the system. You evaluate it by whether patients want the care that they get and whether the care that patients get is worth it. I think that other countries have great hospitals, cover a lot of medical treatments, have fantastic doctors, and at the same time, they have not figured out a bunch of things that we have not figured out. So if you are the kind of person who's going without health insurance in the United States,
I hate to say it, but I think they are better off in many other countries than here in the US.
but for a lot of diseases, for a lot of people, regardless of income, this is probably the country where you would like to get your health care.
So this is about the healthcare system in the world and which come the
You're talking to this chick? Yo, she's so fun.
the funding and also the rates, which countries rates is high and low about their healthcare system. Yeah. So now we have another class about the vocabulary and also about health. So for these, we should divide into 4 groups. So 5 students are in the one group. Right? For example, these 5 girls, these 5 girls, these 5 girls, and these 4 students. You are in the group, yes. Mhm. So I have words and their definitions. Related health is clear. So your task can be, you should match the words with their definitions. And then we will check and who is the first group, and they are the winners, but we'll count the correct answers as well.
In the right, sorry, in the right.
Yes, in the right. So is it clear? Find out the correct definitions. And but you should be the first. If you are first, it means you are winner, but pay attention to the correct answers. Clear?
You had a prize.
Yes, we have prize.
For
So we can have good marks for this. So excellent. Okay, not good, but excellent. So ready? So we don't need the number 1 and the letter A, clear? So this is for you. You are the one group. And this is for your group. And this is for my almost not Murad, but Murad.
Huh?
So come in there. So be quick. If you are first, it means you are winner.
Medicine. And medicine.
Smaller one. Surgery. Ne doktor yapıyoruz zaman?
What about you? Dilshod? Okay, be quick. Okay, let's check. Okay, so check your answers. Listen, answers, listen. Second one, B. 3M. M. 4G. 5E. Listen, 5E. 6F. 7C. 8T, 9B, 10P, 11J, 12N, Nancy. 13 yes. 14Q, 15R, 16K, 17I, 18H, 19L, 20S. So number the correct answers. Count the correct answers and then write down how many correct answers you have. So okay, the group of monitors, you have 8 correct answers. Artificial Fatima Zufra and Zarina and Swara. You have 50 correct answers. The group of Swara, you have 16 correct answers. Okay, listen. So we have so look at each paper. This is the listening activity about the house. Okay, so look at these listening house. Okay, so look at the information, look at the last one, get ready. So find out your good. So look at unit 94. So we will use the activity get ready. So we should match the numbers with the letters. For example, first one is J, second B, third one, fourth, 5, C, sixth one, N. What about 7? T, 9, 9. So 10, 8, 11, 12, G. So for 13, 14, H. So listening one, people are talking about house problems. Listen and number the pictures. So we have different situations and find out which picture is given, describe it. is being described. So read it. So find out which picture is being described. So okay, let's start. Okay, yes.
And